We've got another terrific fight coming up for you on Box Nation on March the 16th at Wembley Arena, when George Groves defends his British super middleweight title against the Scot Kenny Anderson. Now, they fought before. It was a real explosive affair, and George, he was down for the first time in his professional career in the third round, but he got up and won it in 6. This time, Kenny Anderson says it is going to be altogether different. George, let's start first of all with your memories of the first time you were in the ring against Kenny.
Yeah, it was. I remember it being a very exciting fight. It was an explosive. Yeah, definitely an exciting fight to watch. A fight which I ended up learning a lot from, and a fight that I'm looking forward to getting in and getting on again. He
had you down in the third round. Everybody said it was going to be boxer versus puncher, and you started really well. But in that third round, he clipped you with a left hand. What's your memories of that?
At the time, you're in there, you're in the heat of the battle, and yeah, I was doing stuff correctly. I was making him miss and making him pay. The vast majority of my shots were landing, and the vast majority of his wasn't. And then at some point in the third round, I got a little bit over ambitious, a little bit too cocky maybe, and got caught with a few shots that I shouldn't have. And then out of embarrassment, started to try and punch my way out of a bad situation, and then just went from bad to worse for me. I was digging a deeper hole for myself, and then Kenny had the chance to jump on me. He tried. He ended up catching me. I went down, but got straight back up, ready to go again. Got through the round and then got back to my boxing, and then we all know what happens next.
What happened at the end of that round though? What did Adam Booth say to you? Because he'd said, have your fight, don't get into his fight. What did he say to you at the end of that round? Can you remember?
Yeah, at the time, I'd only had 10 fights, but that was my 10th fight. I was a lot less experienced than what I am now. I had a lot less time in the gym preparing for a fighter like Kenny Anderson. So the game plan was to go out there and box him. Box him, keep it long, keep it to what I'm good at best, what my best strengths are. And I wasn't doing that. I was playing into his hands, standing in range. Nothing cute about my boxing, just letting my hands go, and so was he. And his ones were landing, and so were mine. But he was coming on strong. So he just sat down. I remember Adam just saying, "What are you doing? Why are you slugging with him? You don't need to slug with him. He's just a slugger." So it was about getting out there, controlling him, controlling the pace of the fight, controlling the rhythm of the fight, let my shots land, and then I knew once they did start landing, he wouldn't be able to last.
And they did. The 5th round, and then the 6th round. That's when you made it your fight. Describe that 6th.
Yeah, I think the 6th round, throughout the fight, the body shots were working, and then in the 6th round, it got to the point where I thought, right, that's it. I'm just going to dig my heels in now, and I'm going to throw every shot like I'm going to try and hurt him. And every body shot that went in, I could see wincing on his face. He was knocking the soul out of him, really. He didn't want to be in there, and I could see him sort of folding in on himself. And then, as the round went on, I took the attack from the body to the head, and there's no referee in the country just going to let a fighter take full-blooded shots like he was in the head. So, after a few of those went in, a right hook right at the end, you sort of half see him sag, the referee jumps in, stops it, and no arguments from Anderson. He walks straight back to his corner, and I think he kneels down on the floor to catch his breath.
Do you think that you proved a point by showing in that fight that you are a puncher? You went in against a man who's got a reputation of being a real hard man. Do you feel you proved a point?
It's a point that I didn't go in intending to prove, but I did. I've read articles now that are pro Anderson that are saying that, again, criticising me and not sure of, think I'm overhyped or just been plain lucky. But the summarising paragraph at the most of those articles that Anderson will beat me because he's stronger and he'll get to me, whereas last time, if that is his best chance, that's what failed him last time, because I outstrengthed a strong guy. I dug my heels in, I outwilled him, and in the end he couldn't cope. Referee had to save him.
Now he feels that there's unfinished business though. He's going into this one and he's saying, I am ready for him, and I'm going to show him that I'm the hard man, that I'm the fighter. Can he be any different?
I don't think he can. I expected more of him. He won't sit here and do the face-to-face with us now. He's demanded that he won't be in the same room as me, and yet in 8 weeks' time we're going to have to share a ring together. I think maybe those memories that he's got of our last fight are probably haunting him. and he's made a lot of excuses since then. His trainers have made a lot of excuses, and you know, those excuses will probably get you through a training camp, but once you get in the ring and it's for real, you know, they quickly dissolve, and it becomes very real very quickly. And I think that's what's going to happen to Kenny on March 16th. What's the biggest single place in the fight where you believe you're superior? You know, I've got a better boxing brain, a better all-round boxing ability. I have quicker hands. I think I hit harder. I think, you know, I'm much stronger than I was, you know, a year and a half ago when we did, you know, share a ring. I've matured, you know, physically, just through natural, you know, getting older, but also through the training I've been doing. I've gained invaluable experience boxing at, you know, some of the, well, last year main event pay-per-view, you know, sell out the O2 Arena. That's like elite world championship status, and you know, I got there for a British title fight and I come out on top. I dealt with it, and that again is going to give me, you know, not just confidence, but you know, actual first-hand experience of fighting on the big shows, being under the most pressure. You know, I know I'm going to be favourite for this fight again, and this time it's just up to me to go out and do exactly what I know I can do and do it properly. Now, my way of looking at this, it seems inconceivable either way that this fight's going to go the distance. Would you agree? Yeah, without doubt. For me, the way I'm going to approach this fight and the preparations I'm going to do, and if I box how I tend to do, which, you know, if it's anything like my last performance at Wembley, which I knew if I did what I needed to do, the guy was out there in 2 rounds, you know, and it's going to be the same for Anderson. Whether it comes in 2, 10, you know, 11, whatever it is, I can't see him being able to last out to the final bell. And after that, people are going to be saying, is it going to be James DeGale again? Yeah, you know, people are always going to question me and say, what's next, what's this, what's that. I'm fine with that, you know, it's up to me. Whoever puts in front of me, I'm beating them. You know, I'm the one who's coming out on top each time, and it's going to be the same this time. This time, for me, the most important thing is to beat Kenny clinically, you know, beat him how I should have beat him the first time. It's going to be extremely one-sided. You know, he's not going to be able to box long with me. He's not even going to be able to stand up close with me and trade punches. He's going to be beaten in all aspects. So he's in for a tough night. March the 16th, George Groves defending his British super middleweight title. Be sure to watch it with us on Box Nation.